it's Stephanie. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my channel, and please hit the subscribe button and the little bell. I'm opening my new sewing machine. I'm super excited. I just can't wait to share this with you. It's been a fun little experience buying this, and but first, before I open it, I wanted to tell you how I came to choose this sewing machine. So I showed in an earlier video, if you saw my decluttering my sewing room video, my sewing machine that I've had for, I don't know, 20 years. I bought it in the sale paper from a lady at a Kenmore for 150 bucks. And I've had it all this time. Before that, I had an antique featherweight sewing machine that I also bought from the sale paper from somebody who sold it to me, and I gave that one to my daughter. So officially, I've been sewing like my whole life, and I've never owned my own brand new sewing machine. So that's pretty cool. I don't even know how to explain it. I thought they were so expensive. And yes, I've seen the ones for sale in the Walmart and, you know, the cheapos. And I bought a cheapo serger in Walmart and it never worked good. So I just thought, I'm not going to waste my money on a sewing machine that's not going to work. But then I was researching some knit techniques for a project that I was working on, and I was just kind of refreshing myself on how to sew on knits. And I went through a whole bunch of videos, and I saw this lady sewing on a Brother that was a Project Runway sewing machine. So I just became obsessed with looking up Project Runway sewing machines. I love Project Runway. I'm a huge fan. And so putting their name on a sewing machine, that was a no-brainer for me. It was easy. So I went and I looked, and I'm like, they're affordable. Like, they start at like $95. And people are giving them good reviews. They're saying they're good machines. So I started just choosing between the options. And they had some really high-end ones for quilters, and I'm not a quilter. So I went, and nor am I into embroidery. So I didn't get the highest end, but I didn't get the cheapest one either. I started looking at the features. So it came down to, you know, how many different stitches. I really don't care. I'm probably not going to use all these different stitches. So whether it was 50 or 100, I didn't really care. But I did care about, it had something called variable speed. I don't even know what that is, but I wanted it. Isn't that funny? And I definitely wanted the free arm because my current machine has that. So you can put a sleeve on there and pull off a piece and you have a free arm. So this one said it had that. And then basically it just had all the features that it had something that you could use the speed without your foot pedal. So I don't know what that is, but it's $175 as of today. And I just got this off of Amazon. It was sent to me by Brother, and I got it really fast. So I was just like so excited to get this today, and I couldn't wait to open it. So I had to wait to share it with you and unbox this baby and see what's inside. So I've already removed my current sewing machine. It's just right out there, and I'm ready to set this up and start sewing. So shall we open it? I just have to say I'm using my craft scissors to open this because I don't use my sewing scissors for anything but fabric. It's a thing. Okay. The top of the box, I see implements. There's my foot pedal and the cord that goes with it. This is the power cord. Okay. Here's just a little tool pack. We'll read the strap and see what that is. From what I can see, it's a screwdriver, a little brush, some kind of tension piece. I'm not really sure what that is. And then some kind of thread holder. Maybe it's an extra. I don't know. And then we've got the packing materials. Let's just take those out, set them aside. Here's a box. What's in it? Okay, so this is the wide table. So this fits onto the machine to give you more space for your project. Oh, it's got a nice little ruler on it. So that would sit on the side. So let's just set this aside with the instructions that we're going to need. More packaging can go right there. So we got that. Let's set that right there. Okay, so I'm ready to pull up this machine. Packaging. There's the cover. So if I wanted to take it with me somewhere, I could. I'm going to set that aside. It's a hard case. And a manual. I love manuals. I have the manual to my sewing machine that I've been using right here, and I go to it for lots of things. You want to learn how to remember how to thread your bobbin or thread something or work the dang thing, zippers and buttonholes. Keep your manual. You don't want to have to look for that. Oh, here it is. Okay. There's no handle. Oh, there's a little slot in the back so that I could grab it. See, a little slot right there so I can grab it. There it is. Project Runway. Includes hardcover, quilting table, and instructional DVD. I might watch that. So these are the stitches. I honestly can't even remember which one I ended up getting with all the stitches. But this goes up and there's more instructions. I don't know how to work all that. It'll have to happen. So there it is. This should come off because that's what the free arm would be. So let's just take some of this tape off. Oh, it's got a little tab. Looks fancy schmancy. So here we go. This comes off and there you've got your free arm. And in here, let's just move this. This sewing machine is light. Did you see me one arm it? There's nothing else in this box but a little bit more styrofoam. I picked it up with one arm. I heard they were lightweight. It is a little heavy for one arm, but man, that's nice and light. So inside the little free arm cover are more tools. Oh my goodness. Let's see what's in here. I think I'm going to bring you down a little closer so we can look at this. I have looked up all of these accessories and I'm ready to tell you what they are based on this manual. It starts out with number 1, which is this one. This is a buttonhole foot. What I thought it was. 2, overcasting foot. I do not know what an overcasting foot is, so I'll be interested to see what that is. 3, monogramming foot. 4, zipper foot. This one is 5, zigzag foot. Nope, this one is the zigzag foot. It's on the machine. That's number 5. Number 6, this one, blind stitch foot. That'll be interesting. This one is a 7, is a button fitting foot. And this, seam ripper, which you can never have enough of those. I love seam rippers. Then you've got your bobbins. It says there are 4, so that means 3 here and 1 in the machine. Nice. Next we have a needle set. So the set of needles, a twin needle, a ballpoint needle. Then we have a cleaning brush, a screwdriver, an extra spool pin, and a 16. Oh, foot controller. So that's that. It didn't mention the power cord, but that's this. So the power cord would plug into the machine and into the wall, and then the foot pedal plugs into the machine and just sits on the floor so you can press it to operate. It says optional accessories. They're not all in here, so I'm assuming that some machines come with other pieces, but this one does not come with one. It comes with 2. So this number 2 here, this weird thing, is a quilting foot. I don't know what that is. I don't quilt. 3, another quilting foot. 4, quilting guide. And 5, eyelet punch. This is just an unboxing, but I do want to get it to the point of making a few stitches just to show you how it works. So a couple of things that I figured out. The plug for the foot pedal goes in the back. The plug for the power goes on the side. And then you can turn it on and you'll know it's on because all the lights will come on. As far as winding the bobbin, that was super easy. You just wind it through here, follow the instructions. That was super easy, although it did get tangled, so be careful, don't go too fast. This has speed, so I would do the bobbin on the slowest one because it just wanted to get too fast, messed it up. So wound my bobbin, and then I was putting my thread and I thought this just doesn't seem right because this seems so little. It was pushed down. So this little stick right here, you pull it up. Make sure you do that so it holds that nice and tight. As far as threading goes, oh my goodness, it's a self-threading machine. I've never had that before, and I do find threading my needle to be difficult as my eyesight gets less and less, so I'm like but this was different, and so I struggled with this, so I ended up having to watch the DVD, which I don't have a DVD player, so don't give me a DVD. I watched it on YouTube. So the whole DVD is on YouTube, and I watched the threading a couple of times, and it just wasn't working, and I was convinced I got a lemon machine, and my needle was not in the right position. So just, you know, fiddle with it a little bit. Watch the DVD, it's pretty clear. And so I got my machine threaded. Oh my gosh, I could have left the camera on. This was so fast and easy. I've done my first stitch. It's just whatever it was set on, and I'm looking at the number and it's set on 10, and I look at stitch number 10, looks just like this. So I want a straight stitch, that's what I use mostly. So I'm just going to lower my presser foot, and I'm going to go to, whoops, 0. So 0, 0. What's the J for, I wonder? I see a J. I don't know. Here we go. I'm using the presser foot. I'm on the medium speed, which is super fast. I'm not even pressed down halfway. That's all the way. I'm afraid to see what fast is. I am super excited. This is working really great. So I've done a few stitches, and I'm going to show them to you in a second, but I wanted to show you the variable speed that this XR9500 Project Runway machine does. It's super cool. This is the slowest speed. Here we go. That's, my foot is all the way down. See how slow that's going? That would be great for something that you just want to be careful with. Now this is medium. I'll probably use this the most. With my foot all the way down. But wait until you see fast. When you got something really long and you just want to get through it, this would be great. And it's super responsive. It can just do a little, so it's nice. And then lift your needle to take it out. Lift up your foot. This is the little cutter right there. How cool is that? So here's a few of the stitches. This is the one it came with. And I realized what the J was for. The J at the top was for the needle. So it does different, when I'm looking at the stitch guide, I'm going to want to keep this handy. It says what kind of needle, it shows the kind of stitch, and it shows which machine you have. It'll do a number, and you just type in the number. Boom, you've got this stitch. This is a straight stitch, and then you can do your stitch length adjustment right here. The highest on this straight stitch was 5, and it was probably a basting stitch, and that was this one, and then this was just a regular 2.5. I figured halfway, that's probably pretty good. And then this, I don't know, I was just moving things around and it went crazy. This is a stretch stitch. Isn't that cool? So nice and neat. Man, the stretch stitch on my old machine was really messy looking compared to this. It's gonna be great. And then this is a zigzag, and then this is a straight stitch where I just showed you how fast I could go. So there's so many things I think I can do with this. I'm really excited to see what happens. So if you're looking at this, what a fun machine. And it just, wow, it just sewed like a dream. And I mean, I'm up and running very, very quickly here. I think the hardest thing for me was figuring out the self-threader, which I just watched that video that put out by brother on how to work the machine. And I'm going to be going back to that anytime I don't know how to do something. It's 24 minutes and you just, you know, slide your, wherever you want to get to, just watch. That was kind of confusing, but all I can say is all the information is there. So good luck. Thank you so much for watching my unboxing of my new sewing machine. I'm super excited to make some new projects. I think I just want to sew all night. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Be sure to subscribe and see what my projects are going to be. There's going to be some fun things. Take care, and I'll see you next time in my next video. Bye now.